What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz here for Cinephellas.com to talk about the new sci-fi film, Annihilation, directed and written by Alex Garland. You may be familiar with his sci-fi masterpiece. One of my favorite sci-fi films in recent years. It was a really well done film, and I was really excited to check out this new movie, Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Oscar Isaac. So in this film, something crashes into a lighthouse, and there's a bunch of weird things that start happening. Around this lighthouse, it's pretty much this big ecosystem, very translucent, vibrant colors surrounding it, and people are trying to figure out what this is exactly. Trying to get over the death of her husband, played by Oscar Isaac. He was in the military. He's been gone for a year. She's still trying to cope with everything and get through daily life. As a professor at Johns Hopkins, and she's a professor of biology. This whole time that she thinks her husband's dead, he shows up at the door, and really odd, and he's not acting like himself. She's trying to ask him questions, where he's been, what happened, and he doesn't really have much to say. He starts to freak out, and they have to take him into the hospital. They're hijacked, and they end up at this facility, and which opens up the rest of the film. There's a lot of sequences throughout the first through the third act of Natalie Portman being questioned, and her trying to answer why they were there and what happened. She meets some other characters, one being the doctor, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh. She's a psychiatrist, and she's talking to Natalie Portman's character, and really kind of examining her and asking her about her life and basically what they're doing there. And they're trying to understand, what is the Shimmer? You know, with these groups of people going in and never coming out, they're trying to figure that all out, as what's happening in this ecosystem. So this group of women, including Natalie Portman and Jennifer Jason Leigh, they're set to go on this expedition to figure out what is happening in there. So when they go into this translucent ecosystem, they start to discover what is happening in there. Things such as crossbreeding with animals and plant life, like plants are turning into humans, and what happens to the humans inside of there. They come across some old videos of the last crew that made it into the Shimmer and never made it out. And it's pretty horrifying. This is where the horror part of the film really takes place. It's really in the second and third act of the film. This is a film it's not really clear-cut answers. I mean, it's a very thought-provoking film, and that's what Alex Garland does best. He makes you think. He doesn't really give you the answer, and there's a lot of metaphors on top of this that are, makes the audience really think about what is going on in this world. It tackles a lot of elements such as, evils, or evil within, or if it's some sort of alien creature, things like that. And with Natalie Portman's character, Leigh, she's a biologist, and she's seeing all these weird mutations and biological deviations, the plant life and the creatures. I'm not going to really go into too much detail with the creatures, but it's pretty horrifying a few times they come across these species inside of there, and how these creatures are on their trail as this group of women are trying to figure out what's going on in there exactly and what is taking place. And this is a movie that really focuses on biology, consciousness, psychology, a lot of different areas all wrapped into one. As an audience, you're really trying to figure out what is going on exactly. Well, in the Shimmer, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful film. The vibrant colors, it's like really psychedelic looking. Alex Garland is known for his camera work and his set design and things like that, and this is definitely a really good example of well-done cinematography. In Annihilation, I mean, it's very similar to other films that we've seen in the past, such as The Thing, Aliens, and more recent, Arrival. This group of women are really getting further and further into the Shimmer. They're, capturing data, they're getting samples of the plant life and the creatures and things like that to bring back to really look at and figure out what exactly happened here and what the whole intention is of the Shimmer. Jennifer Jason Leigh is the leader of this group, and she wants to get to the lighthouse where this big crash started and the whole Shimmer experience began. That being said, this movie is a giant metaphor about self-destruction and reflection. They touch on this and the word annihilation towards the end of the movie, and it really makes sense the more you think about it. This is a movie they don't really give you the answers to. It's a movie that you have to think about and really analyze to understand everything that's being thrown at you in this film, from the first to the end of the film. Leading up to the end of the movie, It was kind of a slow burn. It was a little slow. The dialogue was a little dry, but till the end of the film, it really was a total mindfuck understanding the very end of the movie. It's very kind of dragged out and a little too long. I really did like it, and it was not something I was expecting. It's not something that you would really predict. Alex Garland has a great way of doing that. Unpredictability and making his films really stand out. Annihilation is a really, really beautiful film. Like I said, it's shot well. The colors, the vibrant colors, the psychedelic colors, inside the Shimmer, the use of CGI for these creatures, and seeing the plants and how they turn into these human forms. It was really, really excellent and really well done. It was really thought-provoking, and it really made you think. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still trying to analyze it and trying to understand everything that went into this film and the overall message. But like I said before, I really believe it's this giant metaphor that I touched on earlier. The downfalls of the movie were, it's a little long. The ending was a little dragged out. This is a great sci-fi film overall. I really enjoyed it. I love seeing films like this that are original, that are different, that make you think, and there's not a clear-cut answer as to this is what happened at the end of the film. It makes you think about it and really try to comprehend what exactly you just watched for the past 2 hours. I really recommend going to see it in theaters to really get the full experience of this vibrant and beautifully crafted world that Alex Garland created. I'm going to give Annihilation a 4.5 out of 5 hair pieces. So what do you guys think? Have you guys seen Annihilation? Did you go check it out on opening weekend? What are your thoughts on the film? What does that all really mean? Or is it a giant metaphor like I think it is? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out from the Shimmer, the psychedelic trip we call the Shimmer. Until next time, cheers!